watching Michigan High School Hoops on Heat Check Network. It's a Friday below freezing here in Flint, Michigan. Cold enough for school to be called off, but basketball is still on. The Lapeer Lightning traveled 20 miles across town to try and take down one of the best teams in the SBL, Flint Powers Catholic. Welcome inside Goggins Fieldhouse. He's Coach Alex Ayala. I'm Alexis Ayala. Coach, when you're a team like Lapeer, who's coming in as the clear underdogs and having already lost to Powers once this season, what can you do to walk away with a win?
You have to come in again with that, we can't lose, we are not going to lose, not afraid to lose, everything on the line.
For Lapeer, the most consistent player on the team has been guard Will Fisher, dropping nearly 20 points per game and expected to break Lapeer's all-time program scoring record. What does Lapeer need from him today?
They need him to be a three-level scorer, which he is. He needs to be a leader for the team, lead by example, get out there and do his thing.
Meanwhile, Powers Catholic's go-to bucket getter is guard Andrew Caldwell, also averaging 20 points per game, but it might be his efficiency that's most impressive, knocking down 55% of his shots.
Yeah,
this year.
Caldwell again is another three-level scorer, but his ability to get to the line, get to the paint, and finish at the bucket makes that shooting percentage go sky high.
Now let's take a look at our Powers keys to the game on our Heat Check checklist. Coach, what do we got?
Yeah, Powers just has to run in transition, play fast and free. They do those two things, they have the ability to beat anybody.
And then Lapeer's keys to the game on our Heat Check checklist. Coach.
Yeah, they need to take care of the rock and then shorten the game. They want to limit the possessions for Powers to help them have a chance.
All right, we'll get tip-off started here soon on Heat Check Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
Today I'm going to tell you about...
Back inside Goggins Fieldhouse on Heat Check Network. The Lapeer Lightning already lost to Powers once this season.
Yep, thank you.
But they're looking for revenge today. What can Lapeer, as the underdogs, do exceptionally well to make sure they get a win today?
Take care of the rock. They have to make sure that they are taking care of the ball, no unforced turnovers.
Let's play basketball. It's Powers who wins the tip. Caldwell to Cicelo, back out. This is off the mark by Sturgis.
Yeah, Sturgis can really shoot that rock. You got to get out there and contest those.
Guard Aiden Monk thrower. He's the second fiddle alongside Will Fisher. Fisher loses it, but it gets deflected and it'll stay Lapeer basketball.
That was a great cut. Just good defense by Powers.
Monk thrower passing it in from baseline out of bounds. Fisher. Newberry to Widzinski. Fisher takes the screen. Widzinski got three.
Great job by Fisher finding the open man on the three-point line for an easy knockdown.
So Lapeer takes the lead in the opening minute, 3-0. Cicelo dish, three ball off the mark that time by Caldwell. O-board, good. Caldwell resets. Caldwell retries. No. Another O-board by Roberts. He's all over the glass.
Yeah, on these zones, it's hard to rebound. You got a gang rebound. You can't have one guy on a zone defense to try to rebound.
Sturgis, no. Pulled down by Fisher. The idea for Lapeer is to shorten the game. Powers likes to get out and run. Here they are now, turning defense into offense. Roberts off the mark. Newberry with the board. Monk thrower. Caldwell, excuse me.
That was Newberry.
Inside, underneath, not that time. Walton can't get it to go.
Good defense by Lapeer. They are definitely working as a team. Letting a lot of open threes, but right now Powers having a hard time knocking them down.
Powers is a team that has the ability to shoot the three. They've got Caldwell, who averages 46% from beyond the arc, Sturgis, who's at 35% from three, and Cicelo, who also shoots over 30% from distance. Lapeer will have to D up.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to keep giving them those open shots.
Monk thrower, mid-range, no.
Way to be aggressive by Monk thrower. Just got to knock that one down.
Hot potato passes along the arc. Sturgis to Cicelo. Cicelo. Sturgis getting baited into it. He'll reset. Cicelo thought about it. Inside to Roberts. Paint touch to Sturgis. No. Foul on the floor.
Great job by Fisher down there, boxing out the big man, creating a foul.
Will be the big man who gets the foul. Dre Walton with his first.
The Powers is really got to get the ball into the paint, get a paint touch, and kick out for those threes instead of just like a pass around the outside, shoot the open three. Those will be there all game.
Monk thrower, just a sophomore. He's got a lot on his shoulders as the PG of this squad. Pretty dish. Pretty inside. Traveling. Powers basketball.
Got them happy feet. Little shuffle, shuffle. Get you a travel every time.
In for Walton is forward Tyler Wood. And Chargers call a 30-second timeout, so we'll be right back on Heat Check Network. It's Lapeer who leads 3-0.
Students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Back inside Goggins Fieldhouse, it's the visitors who have the early lead in the opening quarter. Lapeer up 3-0 against Flint Powers Catholic, one of the best teams in the SVL. They've only got 3 losses on the season, all to really strong teams, Carmen, Grand Blanc, and coming off a loss against Flushing. Cicelo fouled on his drive. That foul is gonna go against Widzinski.
Yeah, just kind of kept a hand on the hip the whole way on that drive and call you for that every time.
From sideline out of bounds. This is Sturgis. Cicelo on the bounce. Lapeer switched into a man-to-man. Cicelo down low. Caldwell for 2 points.
That was great team offense. They took their time, was very patient. Found a cutter down to the paint, easy bucket.
It looks like Powers is a lot more comfortable going against the man-to-man D. Off the mark was Will Fisher that time. In transition, gets stopped by Lapeer transition D. Wood, Cicelo, Sturgis. From distance. Caldwell off the mark.
Yeah, they are allowing that, just pass left, pass right, shoot the three.
Fisher contested, no. Fast-paced basketball. Cicelo trying to run. Extra pass from the corner off the mark by Sturgis, but the O-board good by Wood.
Great job by Wood going for that offensive rebound. It's easier to get those offensive rebounds against that zone.
Powers with their first lead of the game with 3 minutes left in the first quarter. It's a close one, 4-3. Monk thrower kills his dribble. Pretty. Monk thrower, patient. He runs the offense for the Lapeer Lightning as just a sophomore. Pretty pivots, stuck. Fisher, the go-to bucket getter, averaging nearly 20 points per game. Dish to Pretty, inside, fouled on the floor.
Yeah, Lapeer did a good job of being patient with the offense. They're trying to really slow the game down. That's how you do it.
Lapeer, one of their keys to the game by head coach Jack Chittle was to shorten the game. He said if they allow Powers to get out and run in transition, they will run away with the game.
Yeah, and right now they're executing their game plan very well.
Lapeer's doing a good job getting back in transition D. Pretty cross-court pass. Pretty scanning. Fisher on the drive. No. Contested by Wood. Cicelo, drive. Dish to Sturgis. This is Caudle. Cicelo, wide open. Money.
Yeah, these guys are just knockdown shooters. They've been missing right now, but you can't let them just keep getting wide open three.
Monk thrower on the drive. Pulls it back out. Everything runs through Fisher. He averages nearly 20 points per game. On the drive, Pretty stopped, blocked by Wood.
Yeah, Wood showing a presence down on defense. He's going to protect that rim. You go a little bit soft, he's going to send it back.
Even when Wood isn't getting a block, he's contesting enough to alter shots.
Yeah, it makes you think twice when you go down there like, you hesitate, and that causes a turnover sometimes. Or a block shot.
What can Lapeer do to take away the wide open Powers threes? Here's another by Caudle. No.
Right now, they are giving up a lot of wide open threes. Their zone is kind of giving those threes. So I don't know if they're trying to really shut that down, hoping that just the wide open pass to the side threes are going to be missed.
Lapeer working along the arc. Cicelo from distance, starting to rain from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Cicelo said, oh, you better not leave us out there wide open. Better not be your game plan. We're going to start knocking these down. So we're going to have to close out, shutter your feet, get there.
Fisher mid-range off the mark. O-board by Pretty. No. Caudle. Traveling basketball. It'll stay with Lapeer.
He just got caught up on his own guy. You know, didn't quite see him there. It happens.
The Cicelo three.
Bucket, wide open. Can't leave these guys open. They've been getting away with it, but not for long.
3 players on Power Squad average 30% or better from beyond the arc. The best is Caldwell at 46% from distance. Here's Monk thrower from distance, just off. O-board good by Kemp. Reset, Pretty. Lapeer likes to run a lot of half-court offensive sets. Monk thrower. 20 seconds in the first quarter. Lapeer still only with 3 points on the board until that one. Fisher gets him 2 more.
That's one of those plays where you cannot guard that. That's better offense than the defense can ever be.
Caudle inside, fouled. He'll head to the free throw line for 2 from the charity stripe. That foul on number 1. Pretty.
Yeah, way to take from a made basket, kick out, get down court fast. It's hard to stop them when they're moving that quickly.
Caudle coming off the bench today, already been a spark plug the second he stepped on the hardwood. Caudle makes the first of 2. Caudle getting some valuable minutes early today. He averages nearly 3 points per game, 2 rebounds per game. Helps his Powers Chargers get off to a 12-5 lead in the first quarter. 8 seconds on the clock. Fisher's got to go quick. Dish. Kemp shot fake. Pull up. No. Frustrating, but he got it off in time, and Lapeer can learn from the first quarter, come back in the second. It is Powers up 12-5 after 1 quarter of play. Heat Check Network started as a dream between a daughter and her father, Alejandro Ayala and Alexis Ayala. Dad works behind the scenes setting up top-tier broadcasts on national television for the biggest colleges around. I've worked on camera for the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, ESPN, Bally Sports Detroit, and the Big East, just to name a few. My dad and I combined our talents to create Heat Check Network. We're bringing national energy. In games, we elevate them through community, passion, and a shared love for the game. Welcome to the network catching fire. We're passing the torch to schools that know their athletes and communities deserve to be on a bigger stage on Heat Check Network. Back inside Goggins Fieldhouse, it's Lapeer who's down 5-12 after 1 quarter of play. What can Lapeer do to get back into this game moving forward?
Well, they have to start closing out on those threes. They're allowing a lot of wide open threes that they're not closing out on, kind of just hoping they're going to miss them. You cannot do that with a team like Powers who shoots such a high clip from three-point line.
Lapeer head coach Jack Chittle said that 2-3 defense, when they push it out far up high, that's when it's most effective. They haven't done that so far. Foul on the floor.
That was on Cuttle. Fisher does a good job of really putting that pressure on his drive.
Monk thrower. Gets into some chaos. Tie up on the floor. Possession arrow pointed toward Powers. Kelly. Sturgis. Powers offense is very patient against this 2-3 zone now. If they settled in, way off is Kelly. But Powers gets the O board. Inside, Walton, big bucket.
Yeah, good job by Walton using his body to shield off from the defenders and finish at the rim.
Newberry. Killed his dribble. Monk thrower. On the drive, inside, he'll go to the free throw line for 2.
Good job using the crossover to shake his defender, get to the lane, draw the foul. Going to line for 2.
Foul is going to go on Cottle. His first. This is the first of 2 as Monk thrower. He averages 6 points per game, about 2 rebounds per game, but most importantly, he's really efficient, shooting 50% from the field, 42% from distance, but he hasn't found much space today. Powers has been all over him. We'll get another timeout call here as Powers leads 14-6 against Lapeer. Stay with us on Heat Check Network. We'll be right back.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
Today I'm gonna...
Welcome back inside Goggins Fieldhouse. It's Powers Catholic who leads 14-6 against the Lapeer Lightning. Powers head coach Zach Collins talked about his squad this year, how he thinks they have the opportunity to go far into March. They've got a good squad that has balanced scoring attack, but they are led by Andrew Caldwell, the guard who averages nearly 21 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 2 assists per game.
Yeah, Caldwell is a legit 3-level scorer. He fired that 3 at such a high rate. It allows him to get to the basket a lot easier because you have to come out and contest that 3.
Meanwhile, Lapeer has got another near 20-point scorer on their team. It's guard Will Fisher, who averages 19 points per game and 6 rebounds per game. He's going for the all-time scoring record in program history at Lapeer. He's on his way there. Here's a steal by Perill.
Again, the 2-3 defense by them is giving Powers a hard time just because they're not knocking down those shots.
Monk thrower on the drive. Backdoor cut is Fisher. Pull up, mid-range, money.
Fisher makes that shot look so pretty, so easy. That's a tough shot to shoot and even harder to guard.
Fisher, a true 3-level scorer. Stop on a dime, pull up mid-range anytime. Sturgis lets it rip from deep, short. Lapeer basketball.
Yeah, Powers is settling for the pass over. Am I going to shoot it? Am I not? And then they fire it. Those ones a lot of times don't drop. If you catch ready to shoot, catch that ball and just fire, you're a lot more likely to knock down that three.
Oftentimes the paint touch helps with that, gets more rhythm.
Yes, absolutely. They have to get one of those guys in the paint, catch the ball, then kick out for the three.
Powers has been passing along the arc, haven't found much in the paint. Monk thrower fouled. Wasn't quite going for a shot, so that'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be on Roberts, his first. Monk thrower from baseline out of bounds. Newberry. Pretty. Fisher comes and gets it. He wants a screen. On the drive, oh my gosh, how did he make that?
Wow, that was just tough bucket. I mean, a little floater. It almost looked like he shot it with his left hand. I'm not sure.
Fisher getting doubled a bit in that possession, still gets a bucket to go. Lapeer now just down by 4. Cicelo, dish. Caldwell to Cicelo from distance. No, short again. But the O board is long. Powers got it.
Those deep three create long rebounds. Those are hard to get for the defensive because you're not expecting it to be so deep.
There's the paint touch, and Caldwell makes some pay from 3.
Makes a big difference when you get that paint touch first.
A lot of rhythm in that 3 ball. Caldwell, the near 21 point per game score, puts Powers up 17-10. We'll be right back. Heat Check Network started as a dream between a daughter and her father, Alejandro Ayala and Alexis Ayala. Dad works behind the scenes, setting up top-tier broadcasts on national television. Can you ask our camera guys or camera girls? I've worked on camera for the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, ESPN, Bally Sports Detroit. Love for the game. Welcome to the network, Catching Fire. We're passing the torch to schools that know their athletes and communities deserve to be on a bigger stage on Heat Check Network. Welcome back inside Goggins Fieldhouse. You're looking at guard Will Fisher. He's Lapeer's go-to bucket getter, and he's looking to break Lapeer's all-time scoring record. He's only 91 points behind. Who's got the #1 spot right now? Fisher fouled on the floor. That'll go against Sturgis for his first foul. The cool thing about Fisher, though, is he already broke his dad, Brandon Fisher's record on the all-time scoring list. Brandon had 1,195 career points. Will Fisher's up to near 1,300 now. Monk thrower to Fisher. Powers now in a zone. Fisher finds the space. You can't give him an inch. He's off that time, though. Cicelo board in transition. Sturgis. Yes.
Yeah, that's great offense, transition offense. That's traditional. 2 guys spread out wide, fast break offense at its finest.
Powers is best when they can play read and react in transition, play fast and free. Powers deflects it so it'll stay Lapeer ball. Fisher from baseline out of bounds. Budzinski, Monk thrower, shot fake, found space. Fisher traveling.
That looked like a bad call to me. It looked like he did a little jab step, and I don't know from our angle, maybe he shuffled his feet. Looked like a bad call.
Ref explaining that one to Lapeer's head coach Jack Chittle after Chittle was on the refs about that one, and ref said he stuttered both feet.
And that'll be a travel.
Sislo to Sturgis. Sislo, known as the hustle player on this squad. He also does a good job filling up the stat sheet, 11 points per game. Might get a dime here. He does. Sislo down to Wood and one.
That's a tough pass by Sislo. You can get that pass over, and a great finish by Wood.
Wood, great job getting the positioning. Check this out.
Going up through the hands, finishing with the and one. Tough bucket by Wood.
Wood has been the player that was looked at as almost like a dark horse out of head coach Zach Collins coming into this season for Powers Catholic. He did a lot of improvement in the offseason, working on his strength, his efficiency, and it has paid off for him this year. Can't get the extra point, but Sislo gets the O board. Turnover. Powers back to Lapeer ball.
Yeah, Sislo is definitely a hustle player. And you're like 5'6" and still getting in there in an offensive rebound on a free throw, you're hustling.
Head coach Zach Collins called Sislo the heart of their team. Outstanding passer and rebounder for his size. Here's Fisher inside, off balance, and off the mark.
He got tripped up on somebody's foot on that one. It makes it very hard to hit that bucket.
Sislo, the PG of this squad, facilitating. Sislo back to Caldwell. Good defense by Lapeer so far. Caldwell finds some space. No. Lapeer struggling, getting defensive boards. Finally, they got it that time. Fisher. Up ahead to Monk Thrower on the drive inside. Almost blocked. It'll be called a foul on Wood instead.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a block up top, but if you look, he gets him with the body down low. Here it is. We're looking at it. It's going up. Oh, that's some body. A lot of body.
Monk Thrower is an 82% free throw shooter on the season, extremely efficient from everywhere on the court, 50% from the field and 42% from distance. But as the sophomore PG, he's tasked with facilitating often. Hasn't got up a ton of shots today.
I mean, when you got a scorer like Fisher, I mean, he has his time. He's a sophomore, you know. Let Fisher eat, you know, feed him the ball.
Fisher, the near 20-point per game scorer. Monk Thrower off the mark on the second, but O board, good by Lapeer. Dish back out, Monk Thrower, no. Another O board by Lane, 2 in a row.
Yeah, way to be in position, be able to get those offensive rebounds. It's a big help for the team.
Newberry lets it rip, way off.
Yeah, that was an open shot, but a little bit ill-advised off of the offensive rebound. That was kind of a quick shot to put up without some kind of swing around pass, inside, outside. Make that a lot more efficient shot.
Chargers have got this lead up to 21-11. 2 minutes of play in the second quarter. Dump down low. Caldwell, easy money inside.
Yeah, that was a good offensive possession. They did drive in, look for the cutter. Caldwell being ready, got the bucket.
Monk Thrower, money from distance.
Monk Thrower starting to heat up a little bit, getting to the free throw line. Sometimes it gets you going.
Monk Thrower finding the
Here
rhythm.
it is, a good drive, pass.
We'll be right back on Heat Check Network as Caldwell keeps the Chargers up. Heat Check Network started as a dream between a daughter and her father, Alejandro Ayala and Alexis Ayala. Dad works behind the scenes setting up top ESPN, Bally Sports Detroit, and the Big E games. We elevate them through community, passion, and a shared love for the game. Welcome to the network catching fire. We're passing the torch to schools that know their athletes and communities deserve to be on a bigger stage on Heat Check Network. Heat Monk Thrower for Lapeer, keeping them in this game. Down by single digits now after his big three. Just a moment ago, it's Powers with the basketball. Caudle from distance, back-to-back threes, that time in the favor of Powers.
Yeah, the Powers put Caldwell in the middle, got that paint touch. He draws the attention, kick out for three. Easy buckets.
Lapeer breaking the full court, Powers press. Fisher on the drive. Up for two, splitting between two.
Wow, Fisher is tough. For his size, he plays big at the basket. Tough bucket around the big man.
Fisher had a season high, 30 points versus Powers last year. He broke that with a 33-point game against Almont this year. Cicelo. That foul is going to be called on Lapeer's Newberry. His first.
Yep.
Sturgis from baseline out of bounds for Powers. Powers up by 10 with a minute to go in the first half. Raining threes. That's how they've got this lead. Caldwell. Caudle inside to Caldwell. Through contact, no, but it'll go to the free throw line for two.
Yeah, they're moving Caldwell to that high post has really got them inside touches that they need to try to make the offense a lot easier.
Caldwell's used to staying beyond the arc, but he looks really comfortable from that high post position.
Yeah, he definitely does. And I mean, he also draws that attention. Everybody's going to suck in on him, and that's going to make it easy for those passes. Go head fake, get to the basket also.
Caldwell's an 89% free throw shooter on the season, and he gets to the charity stripe often. Makes both.
Yeah, that's what makes him such a dangerous offensive player.
Fisher turns it over. But Lapeer gets it back. Newberry with the steal. Wide open, Newberry pull up, got two.
Nice. Newberry was ready. He was like, hey, they ain't gonna guard me, I'm gonna shoot this bucket.
What did they say? Hand down, man down. No hand in sight.
Yeah.
Sturgis. Looking for Caldwell. Lapeer's doing a good job D'ing him up. Caudle finds space. All around the rim for two.
Yeah, Caudle does a good job of being patient, dissecting the defense and getting to the basket.
At the buzzer, Lapeer can't get it to go. Newberry just barely got it off on time, but it was off the mark. And it's Powers who leads by 12, 30-18 after one half of action. Stay with us on Heat Check Network for a second half of Heat. Heat Check Network started as a dream between a daughter and her father, Alejandro Ayala and Alexis Ayala. Dad works behind the scenes setting up top-tier broadcasts on national television for the biggest colleges around. I've worked on camera for the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, ESPN, Bally Sports Detroit, and the Big East, just to name a few. My dad and I combined our talents to create Heat Check Network. We're bringing national energy to local sports. Every game, every story, every athlete that deserves their moment. From high school gyms to championship stages, we don't just stream games, we elevate them through community, passion, and a shared love for the game. Welcome to the network catching fire. We're passing the torch to schools that know their athletes and communities deserve to be on a bigger stage on Heat Check Network.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
and we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
So let's make the experience more fun for everyone. We know it's easy to react and shout during games,
but we all make mistakes.
The game is more enjoyable when we hear positive cheering.
Referees are human. Respect their decisions. They aren't perfect.
When you feel like yelling, remember that you represent our school.
We want to win, but just remember to keep the energy positive towards all.
During the season, we spend a lot of time with our coaches. They have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 Today I'm going to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Heat Check Network started as a dream between a daughter and her father, Alejandro Ayala and Alexis Ayala. Dad works behind the scenes setting up top-tier broadcasts on national television for the biggest colleges around. I've worked on camera for the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, ESPN, Bally Sports Detroit, and the Big East, just to name a few. My dad and I combined our talents to create Heat Check Network. We're bringing national energy to local sports. Every game, every story, every athlete that deserves their moment. From high school gyms to championship stages, we don't just stream games, we elevate them through community, passion, and a shared love for the game. Welcome to the network catching fire. We're passing the torch to schools that know their athletes and communities deserve to be on a bigger stage on Heat Check Network.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Back inside Geigen's Fieldhouse. After one half of play, it's the home team. Flint Powers Catholic up 30-18 against the Lapeer Lightning. A shout out to one of our sponsors, Good Company Barbershop, where great cuts and good company go hand in hand. Set up your appointment today by calling Paige or finding Good Company Barbershop on Facebook. Our player of the game also gets a free cut over at Good Company Barbershop.
Oh, man. She's great, too.
I know, you go there for cuts.
Yeah, I mean, the best fade in the whole Shiawassee County.
Love to hear it. We'll add Genesee County in there, too. I think she's got Flint area beat.
Yeah, we'll give her that.
Lapeer trying to get back into this game. It's Monk Thrower at the helm as the PG. Fisher on the drive, step back, pull up. No.
Great move, just didn't get it. That was an impossible shot to guard.
What can Lapeer do to limit the offensive production out of Powers?
They need to just really press up on those threes.
There's a three off the mark by Cicelo, but the O board good by Walton.
Yeah, Walton did a good job of getting position on that one. Got him an easy 2 on the putback.
Walton is such a strong presence for Powers in the paint down low. Not only can he get buckets from the block, but altered shots as well. Monk Thrower, double clutch in the air for 2.
Oh, that was pretty. Dribble spin, finish it up and under.
Monk Thrower's ceiling is non-existent. His potential is unmatched. Walton, turn around for 2.
Yeah, Walton's starting to heat up a little bit. Get those little paint touches, get a couple buckets down there, and then them threes really open up.
Powers lacked getting paint touches in the first half, still had a 12-point lead. Now they're doing a good job feeding the inside in Walton. Here's Fisher. Dish, Monk Thrower. Fisher with some space from distance.
Nice.
Look at that lefty too.
Yeah, that lefty shot is so hard to guard. You're unused to that.
In transition, Powers finds Roberts for 2.
Yeah, that was quick transition off of the make. They do not hesitate, get out and run.
Transition defense was a huge point of emphasis by Lapeer's head coach, Jack Chittle. Monk thrower, mid-range pull-up short. Walton board. Cicelo handles off the backboard for 2.
That was crafty. He threw it behind his back to between the legs in all one motion.
Put that on a mixtape.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Monk thrower, miscommunication on the handoff between Monk thrower and Wadzinski. Turnover, Powers basketball.
Yeah, when you're down like this, you really can't afford to have those unforced turnovers. Got to just get your team together, play together as a team. That'll shut those down.
Have to value every possession. Cicelo thought about it. Caldwell back to Cicelo from 3, short. Walton. Another possession, Cicelo tries again and got it that time.
Yeah, Cicelo's like, please let me stay open out here. Yes, I missed one, but I'm not missing the second. Good bucket by Cicelo.
Lapeer doing a good job honing in on Caldwell. Power's main scorer, averaging nearly 21 points per game, but not keying in on Cicelo enough. Fisher from mid-range, no. Walton's racking up a lot of boards.
Yeah, Walton is tearing up the paint. They cannot get him off the offensive rebounds or the defensive rebounds.
Sturgis from deep. Not that time. He's a straight shooter, though. You can't leave him wide open.
Hey, Pretty down there just doing what he can against Walton. He's so strong down there. Pretty's like, those are those effort fouls on a rebound. You're not going to be mad at that as a coach.
Fouls on Monk thrower, his first. Cicelo. Almost turned it over. Roberts got it back. Cicelo. Dish. Sturgis. Off the rim. Off the mark. Caldwell gets it back for 2 mid-range.
Yeah, you got to grab those rebounds. You can't just smack it. That gave them an extra possession that led to a bucket.
It's hard to pull down defensive boards when you're in a 2-3 defense. How can Lapeer pull down some of those defensive boards?
They really have to go as a team. There has to be 3 people going for that rebound. They tend to stand there and kind of wait for the rebound, box one guy out, not go as a team.
Fouls on Walton, his second.
Yeah, just a little overzealous, but Walton kind of had that energy coming. He got a couple buckets, couple rebounds. No problem with that. Extra aggressive.
Walton will take a seat on the bench for a moment. Wood comes in for him. Monk thrower with space. Just off, Woodboard. In transition, Powers likes to run quick. Cicelo back out to Sturgis. In rhythm, no.
That was good transition offense. I mean, got a wide open 3 out of it, just didn't get to finish it.
Monk thrower fouled on his drive. He'll head to the free throw line for 2.
Monk thrower does a great job of like using his handles to get to the lane and draw the fouls.
It'll be key for Monk thrower and the rest of Lapeer to continue to get to the charity stripe. They're down 43-23. They need the clock stopped to chip back.
Yep, and then you got to knock down these free throws when you have the opportunity. Normally a good free throw shooter. I'm sure he'll be putting this next one in.
Monk thrower, an 82% free throw shooter on the season. Missed a couple today, got the second one. Cicelo. Trying to get that paint touch back out to Caldwell. Inside, outside. Back into Caudle. Turn around, found. Sturgis wide open underneath.
That was great offense. Way to be patient by them. Ends up getting an easy bucket.
Fisher's got to start taking over here. Bobbling the basketball. Cicelo, the heart of the power squad. always tasked with D'ing up the opponent's best player. He's been guarding Fisher all game long. Monk thrower doubled. There's a turnover call. Oh, excuse me. It's going to be an offensive foul on Monk thrower, push off.
I think they actually called that on number 30, on the screen.
Cicelo setting back up for Powers. From deep, Caldwell, bang, bang.
Yeah, he stepped into that one with confidence. Great pass by Cicelo. Buckets.
That 1-2 step that Caldwell had gives you so much rhythm. Another offensive foul on Lapeer. That's going to Kemp.
Yeah. Here's the last three. Cicelo steps in, 1-2. Bucket, all net.
Caldwell paying that off from the Cicelo dish.
And that was deep. He shot that from at least 4 feet behind the three-point line. That is definitely in his range.
Caldwell looking a bit like our Powers girls player of the game, guard Kendall Smith. They both like to shoot those logo threes. Caldwell's a 46% three-point shooter. Meanwhile, Kendall Smith right along the same page at 42% from distance. Girls basketball got away with a big win over Lapeer in our last game on Heat Check Network. Caudle from 3. Too much strength on it.
Coach grabbed the rebound on that one. That was great. Good job, Coach.
That's Powers Catholic head coach Zach Collins.
Got the whole bench to jump up on that one.
Coach Collins talked a lot about how he wanted more physicality out of his squad today against Lapeer. That's why he felt like his squad couldn't get the win over Flushing in their last time out, losing 52-63. Bucket by Fisher. Lapeer has to call a timeout, talk some things over. As Powers leads 48-26 with just 2 minutes left in the third. Stay here on Heat Check Network.
Every high school sporting event in the state of Michigan has one thing in common: officials. Every game, every meet, every match. Without officials, there'd be no touchdowns, no three-pointers, no face-offs. Without officials, there'd be no games. Officiating is a great way to give back to your community and stay involved with the sports you love. And officials are needed now more than ever, because without officials, it's just practice.
Back inside Goggins Fieldhouse, it's Powers Catholic, the home team, up 48-26 against the Lapeer Lightning. Coach, what can Lapeer do to slow down Powers?
They have to do their game plan from the beginning. They have to limit possessions. They need to just slow the ball down, pass around old school traditional basketball, not let Powers get the ball back.
One of the keys to the game by Lapeer's head coach Jack Chittle was to shorten the game. They wanted to limit as many possessions as possible, because if you allow Powers to get rolling in transition, they will run you over. We saw that in the last couple minutes, Power getting out for some quick ones.
Yeah, another thing they could do is just run them off the three-point line. They're starting to rain a lot of threes. They weren't falling early, but they are starting to now. You really got to get them off that three-point line.
Off the mark that time is Powers guard Anthony Stevenson. Fisher on the attack, inside, double clutch. No. Wood with the board. It's a big board. Stevenson, drive, got to.
Stevenson come in the game with a lot of energy. He's ready to play. Way to get out there in the transition and get the bucket.
Stevenson, just a freshman. Fisher, no. The battle of the boards, it's Wood. Caudle. Wide open, Sturgis said hand down, man down for 3.
Yeah, he saw him just staring at him. He's like, oh, you're gonna just stare, I'm firing it. Buckets.
A lot of defenders think if there's just a body there, that's enough. No, you have to get a hand in the face. Turnover, Lapeer.
Yeah, now Powers has got to the point where right here, wide open three buckets. Those were not falling in the first quarter, maybe a little bit in the second quarter. They're starting to knock those down. You have to run them off that three-point line. But they do shoot them from really deep.
Powers is a really good three-point shooting team. Monk Thrower called for a foul on the floor. Not in any foul trouble, though. He's got a few to give.
Yeah, hey, you get 5 fouls for a reason.
From sideline out of bounds, Cottle gets it in. Under a minute remaining in the third. Wood down low. Oh, tried to slam it. Just misses.
Wood says, ah! Oh, so close, so close. And then the rim sent it to the sky.
That would have got Chargers bench on their feet. Monk Thrower. Screen and roll, down low. Getting fouled is lame. Foul will go on Stevenson. His second.
That's again an aggression foul, like not an aggression in a bad way. Oh, here he goes for the dunk. Ah! Another 2 inches and he gets that dunk.
Need some more bunnies from deep. Not that time is Budzinski. Good transition, D out of Lapeer this time.
Yeah, Powers is really good at getting out quick in transition.
Stevenson breaking the defense down. Dishing back outside from 3. You know it. That's money. Kelly.
Yeah, Powers has really gotten to that rhythm of hitting those threes.
Lapeer can't get the shot off in time as the third quarter buzzer sounds. Check out this one, though, by Kelly. Putting a cherry on top of a strong third quarter. Powers up 56-26. We'll be right back. Heat Check Network started as a dream between a daughter and her father, Alejandro Ayala and Alexis Ayala. Dad works behind the scenes setting up top-tier broadcasts on national television for the biggest colleges around. I've worked on camera for the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, ESPN, and games. We elevate them through community, passion, and a shared love for the game. Welcome to the network, Catching Fire. We're passing the torch to schools that know their athletes and communities deserve to be on a bigger stage on Heat Check Network. Welcome back inside Goggins Fieldhouse on Heat Check Network. It's Powers Catholic up 56-26 against the visitors, Lapeer Lightning. What has Powers done so well to balloon this lead?
They literally just started knocking down shots. The first quarter, maybe in the second quarter, they're missing a lot of wide open threes. Right now they're hitting them all. So Lapeer's really got to get out there and contest those threes. It does make it difficult because they're shooting them from so deep.
Powers has 3 players on their roster shooting over 30% from distance. We see that on full display in the second half. A lot of big threes for Powers. Here's another big 3. Sturgis off the mark that time. Big board by Walton. Deflected, it'll stay Powers' ball.
Walton does a good job of getting himself positioned and getting himself able to grab those offensive rebounds.
Inside, Caldwell, and 1. Caldwell, such a strong scorer, averaging nearly 21 points per game. Cashes in the extra point from the charity stripe. He's also a 90% free throw shooter.
Yeah, you do not want to send him to the line. It's almost like giving him a free 2.
Setting back up. Newberry bobbles it, gets it back on the baseline drive. Dish, extra pass, Monk Thrower. Too strong.
That was good offense by Lapeer, though. They went from inside to outside, got a wide open 3 out of it.
Caldwell, coast to coast, no. Pretty board. Monk Thrower, 2-on-1 fast break. Some finesse, Flair for 2.
Nice way to step through with that Euro step finish. Way to push the ball in transition. Great bucket by Monk Thrower.
Monk Thrower had a career high 14 points against Powers Catholic their last time meeting up this season. He might just have an extra chip on his shoulder against Flint Powers Catholic.
It's a good team to have that chip. You know, you got to have everybody come in and contribute the most they can in this game.
Powers, one of the best teams in the SBL. Sturgis from 3, no. O-boards all over the place. Roberts with another, and then a foul on the floor. Fouls on Lapeer's. Pretty. Here's that foul.
Yeah, he just kind of undercut him a little bit. Got the legs underneath his legs as he's coming down.
Cicelo. Powers patient in this half-court set. They've been patient against the 2-3 defense. Caldwell, no. Oh, board, yes. Walton is tearing up the paint.
Yeah, Walton has really took over in the second half to like creating extra shots for his team and getting them buckets when he's ready.
Monk Thrower, too strong. Caldwell, dish in transition, yes. Roberts for 2.
Yeah, that was a good job in transition, keeping his head up, finding the player streaking.
For the most part today, Lapeer has done a good job getting back in transition defense, but anytime they don't, Powers makes them pay. Inside, Pretty, footwork blocked by Walton. Powers in transition, Cicelo has the numbers, Caldwell in the air for 2. It's Lapeer who has to call a timeout. Head coach Jack Chittle's got to talk some things over. When Powers gets running in transition, they are unstoppable.
Yeah, quick to get out, throwing the oop, finish, bucket.
We'll be right back on Heat Check Network.
High school sports are meant to be fun.
We love to represent our school.
And we care about our sports.
We know you do too.
And because we all care, it can sometimes get intense.
We want to win.
Their coaches, they have a tough job.
Please accept their decisions.
And be thankful for all the time they devoted to making us better.
Thank you for coming to our games and always supporting us.
We couldn't do this without you.
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 Powers Catholic up 65-28 against the visitors, the Lapeer Lightning. Powers head coach Zach Collins said he's always wanted to be a coach. His dad was a football coach for 30 years, so he's always had the itch. He's in his 12th year overall coaching and stoked to be with this Powers Catholic Charger squad this year. Monk Thrower. Inside is Fisher, body, charge, offensive foul on Fisher.
He put his shoulder down, trying to get that bucket, trying to create some contact. He likes to give the shoulder, go up and shoot that shot. Refs just didn't like it that way.
Yeah, it's tough because often you're told to dip that shoulder to draw that contact, but a little too much juice on it that time.
Most of the time, the refs give the benefit to the offensive player, so keep doing what you do.
Inside, Stevenson dishes back out. Roberts. Back to Stevenson. Inside, back outside. On the drive, finds some space, off the mark. We'll stay Powers basketball. From baseline out of bounds. Stevenson to Roberts. Pagnini. All the way around the arc. Stevenson. Getting deflected. Vasi inside. Just off the mark. Powers can't get it to go. Pulled down by Lapeer. Fisher open from 3. No.
It's a good shot by Fisher in transition. That's that quick offense. Hit the three. That's new school transition offense. Just didn't go down. Good shot.
Lapeer's head coach Jack Chittle said that he's also coached Will Fisher in football. His first team all Saginaw Valley in football. Last year he got second team in basketball. From three, that's money, Bossy.
Yeah, the big man said, leave me open, I'll take one too.
Monk thrower, drive, dish, from distance, yes! Radaboff from three. Stevenson. Back to Pagnini. Monk thrower saves it inside. Hits it off Powers. It'll be Lapeer ball.
Yeah, we got a lot of bench guys getting in the game now. The starters on the bench for Powers are getting so excited on every bucket attempt, shot attempt, every bucket made. Way to support your teammates.
PG Monk thrower was coined the dark horse by head coach Jack Chittle. Said he put in a lot of work in the offseason as there's a foul on the floor. It's going to go on Pagnini, his first. Coach Chittle said that Monk thrower is the basketball junkie on this team. You've got to kick him out of the gym.
Yeah, it's always good to have one of those gym rats on your team. You know that they're going to put in the work and they're going to be a dependable guy for you.
Almost got the steal, was Pagnini. Lapeer gets it back. Turnover. Rathsberg to Stevenson. Wide open from three again. Bossy, not that time. O-board. Powers has been all over him. Rathsberg. Back inside. No. Rathsberg. O-board, yes. Excuse me, that's Bossy.
Bossy is really putting the work. He came in and is like, no, I'm going to show you guys what's up. Like, I'm a bench guy, but I'm putting in that work. I'm going to go get me some buckets.
On the drive, getting stopped is Peril. And then another Lapeer turnover. Stevenson with the steal. Inside, step through for two.
That was a way to make a one-man fast break there. Stevenson says, no, I'm going to put my head down. I'm going to get to the hoop. And he got there, finished with the bucket.
Powers starting to run away with it. This is similar to their first matchup. Powers at Lapeer in the fourth quarter. Powers went on a crazy run. Lots of turnovers out of Lapeer, like what's happening in this fourth quarter. It's a scramble and a scrum on the floor. That'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow to Lapeer.
Lapeer is still really showing that effort. They're putting all of it out on the court. They're diving on the floor. They're really trying to hustle. They're not giving up.
Reamer in for a Monk thrower. Peril getting stripped by Stevenson.
Oh.
What a pass!
Oh.
2 points, good for Pagnini.
Wow, what a pretty bounce pass from his knees. Almost a half-court bounce pass. That was beautiful,
How the
beautiful
heck
basketball.
do you even get that off?
Determination. Determination.
Foul on the floor is going to go to Stevenson, his third. Check out this three.
Big man says, I'll shoot him. Bucket.
Bossy spend money coming off the bench as a spark plug for Powers. 2 seconds left. Stevenson can't get it off, but it doesn't matter. Powers with the 74-31 win over Lapeer. Thank you so much for joining us for this boys varsity basketball game. We'll be back in a moment with our Heat Check Network Player of the Game presented by Good Company Barbershop. Stay with us.
As
As a voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe that coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports,
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
We are the MHSAA, a collection of 750 high schools and 750 middle schools, from Temperance to Copper Harbor, from New Buffalo to Alpena. Each year, more than 250,000 students play one of our 28 sports. More than 1.5 million fans attend our postseason games. There are 30,000 coaches and 8,000 officials, not to mention all of the volunteers. The MHSAA believes in the 4 S's. School sports should be safe and kept in the appropriate scope. We believe nothing beats great sportsmanship, and that scholarship in the classroom is more important than excellence on the field or court. Most of all, we believe school sports should be fun. So come out and join us at a game. Support your school, support your community, and come see what the excitement is all about.
Welcome back inside Goggins Fieldhouse, where Powers Catholic got the win over the Lapeer Lightning by a large margin, over 30. I'm alongside our player of the game, presented by Good Company Barbershop, guard Andrew Caldwell. Andrew, you actually get this player of the game, Good Company Barbershop certificate.
Sweet.
So make sure to check out Paige in Duran.
Will do, thank you.
And Andrew, you had an incredible showing, 21 points today, a whole lot of boards and assists. How were you able to find so much success?
I just want to thank my teammates for hitting me on time and getting me open, and my coaching staff as well, just putting together a good game plan. So yeah, I'll just give thanks to them.
Speaking of teammates, Cicelo went off today. He is coined as the heart of this team. What have you liked about his performance this season?
Yeah, man, I've been playing with him since freshman year at AAU, so he's just a pure floor general. You know, he does everything to do. He does everything that it requires to win. He makes all the winning plays, all the little things, and I think he's one of the best passers in the state that I've ever played with personally. And yeah, he's just a really good point guard.
What are you most proud of your team for, especially after you got fired up by head coach Zach Collins in the locker room at halftime and going through and running over Lapeer today?
I'm just proud of the fact that we took a step up in the second half. You know, it was probably closer than it should have been in the first half, but we really took it to the next level in that second half there.
And looking ahead, you'll need to take it to the next level against Yale, a team that comes in with only 1 loss on the season. What do you want to take from the success from this game and bring into the Yale game?
We need to get back to practice, work on some things that weren't as good, and then just continue to do the things that we're thriving at right now, and I think that'll give us a good shot in that one.
Well, Andrew, thank you so much. Our player of the game with over 21 points and shooting 50% from distance, presented by Good Company Barbershop. You can take the headset off and go celebrate with your team.
Sweet, thank you.
Appreciate you, Andrew, and everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in here on Heat Check Network. Powers Catholic with 2 big wins, girls varsity basketball, boys varsity basketball, getting things done today against Lapeer. For my analyst, Alex Ayala, and the rest of our Heat Check Network crew, Jalen Ayala on the cameras, Ariana Wilson on a camera, Elijah Ayala on graphics, and Dylan O'Connor engineering, TDing, and replay. Thank you so much. This is a presentation of Heat Check Network.